Charlie Velasquez here for Rugby in Florida and T-Fro. I'm with the ref of the game between Key Biscayne and Cardinal Gibbons, Fabrice Calmettes. How you doing, Fabrice?
We're doing pretty good today.
I know you had a tough time with the COVID in 2020. How did you recuperate good?
I got it about a year ago, last November. Spent a couple of days in ICU and
Not fun, right?
not fun. Almost died. So now everything's kind of back to normal. I mean, sort of. I'm still. I have long COVID for sure. So still big fatigue. One of my lungs is still not recuperating completely. I'm about 80%, but I can run a full game now. So
two games, because I saw
games.
you did actually 2 games.
That's correct. I did 2 games.
I was thinking today, knowing that you were going to be here, there's like a huge amount of referees that are from abroad, like South African, of course, the Brits.
Yes.
In your case, French, right?
Yes, that's correct. I'm from France.
Why do you think that is? It's sort of weird.
Well, there's a bunch of expats in all the big metropoles, I think. I lived in New York as well for a long time. It's the same, dynamic. You have a lot of expats, people from, New Zealand, like South America, Argentina, New Zealand, Australia, etc.
Tell us a little bit about your rugby career as a player.
So as a player, I started playing when I was a young teen, and I actually always been a flanker,
Really?
So I was playing 6 and 7 my whole career. The last couple of years before I retired, I was playing actually 5 as well. Because I was not as fast as before.
That's a natural progression.
Yeah, well, at least I didn't.
I've heard it before.
I didn't play prop at least, so
didn't get so bad. Okay.
I think I stopped at the right time,
Okay.
and actually retired when I was about 45 years old.
Wow. Okay. When did you start reffing?
I started reffing about 15 years ago.
Wow.
First in France a little bit, and also in first league in Switzerland, because I used to live in Switzerland for 4.5 years.
Okay.
So I basically follow a couple of classes over there with World Rugby. Got my certification over there in Switzerland, and then move on here. So yeah, I have about 15 years of reffing behind me.
That's a lot. I think Jeremy Brown used to ref in Swiss.
That's correct.
Did you run into him?
Yes, I ran into him
Hello,
here.
Jeremy. He watches.
Yeah, and
this
I know.
talk,
I think he's up. He's up in New York because.
Yes, he is.
We
envious. Look at the beautiful weather. It's like, okay,
That's
summer
correct.
restarted. Okay,
Yes,
we had
for
2 days winter. It's gone.
And he actually ref a couple of games where when I was still a player. Because
really?
because he for a couple of years I was
He's much older than you.
Yeah, I was a player with the Tridents, and I was reffing as well at the same time. So, he reffed a couple of games when I was still a player. It was nice to run into him. Actually,
let me ask you this: what division do you enjoy the most refereeing here?
I really like the kids, like from U12 to U19, I would say, because it's very much educational for me as well, for them, because most of them, they didn't start rugby at a very early age. It's not like in Europe when, you go to a rugby school and you start rugby at 5 or 6 years old. Here, you come to rugby when either you come to college or at the best high school.
Yeah.
So you don't start before you're like 10 to 12 years old. So I feel here a lot of players are a little bit behind in regards to the rules and everything. So I try to be as educational as possible with them. Speak to them a lot during the game, explain to them the rules and everything, because they like a lot. I feel.
Have you ever been invited by some club to go to a practice just to go over the laws?
Actually, not yet. Key Biscayne mentioned that they would like to do this with their little the rats, I think they call them.
Yes.
So I'm.
That's not offensive. You can call them the rats.
No. And I think if they really want to do it, it could be a good approach for them, to improve the game, not only in regards to the rules, but also tactical, as you were mentioning before. When you play against a team that's way bigger than you in regards to weight and stuff, you have to adjust the tactic that you put in place, to overcome these kind of issues. And I think that there's a lot of that has to be done also in approach with the coach, and help them as well, in certain point, because they don't always see the thing the way the ref sees as well, on the pitch.
Do they talk back to you too much?
Actually, not too much. I try to be as firm as possible. During pre-game, I warn them. If you have any issues whatsoever, speak to your captain, and your captain can refer to me. And I try to be firm from the very beginning. So I give them a very, very short leash. And it's the same for the rules, actually, right away for the offside line, high tackle and stuff like that. I mean, if it's borderline, I whistle it right away.
What would you say to somebody who is thinking of becoming a ref? Because we absolutely need more refs here. Every weekend it's like a little miracle that Ross manages to put a referee on each field.
That's correct.
Remember, no ref, no game. So
absolutely.
So what would you say to somebody who is sort of thinking about it, and why is it so awesome to be a referee?
I would say, get to it. Get your classes, get your basics, and start reffing with youngs, because
you can intimidate them.
Not only that, but they need to be very well cocooned at the very beginning.
But what would you say is the good part of being a referee? Because I gather that you are a referee because there is something that is rewarding for you, right?
Yeah. Again,
because it's easier just to watch the game from the sidelines, not inside the middle of the
again, for me, there's two things that I really enjoy about refereeing. Is the respect that game offers compared to, for example, I don't want to denigrate other sports, but when I see soccer.
Even tennis is bad, huh?
Yeah, even tennis, talking back to the umpire and stuff like that. I mean, rugby is one of the only sports that's left, where there's really a respect for the referee, and the rules. And there's the camaraderie, the fact, it's a special atmosphere that we don't get in any other sports.
Absolutely.
So there's this part that I really enjoy, and the other part, as I was saying before, is to educate those kids that are not always well prepared by the coaches, who are, by the way, not always aware of all the rules properly. And I think it could be a good thing for them as well to educate themselves with a reference in a while,
It's always giving back to the game, right?
Exactly, because sometimes, I see them giving them advice. The coach giving advice to kids when it's not always appropriate.
Okay.
In regards to safety, for example, retaliations and things like that. There's things that I feel you shouldn't teach your players a certain way.
Of course. Well, I envision you getting into coaching sometime soon, huh? Maybe in certain aspect of the game, it's possible. When you can't keep up with the kids, then you go back and you coach. Okay?
I could definitely coach the line out. That's something I was a bit
a specialist.
Specialist,
the dirty tricks.
Yes, dirty tricks. And no, but I was.
Did you play back in the days when you couldn't lift?
I was a jumper. Actually, once in a while, I was a jumper. So and I see a lack of technique here on the line out. they just throw the balls.
Yeah.
You know, there's not much technique, and it's very often, you know, not thrown well.
Okay, take note, teams. If you want a specialist in lineouts, you have him.
Even the coordination, you know, with jumpers and
I don't
lifters.
know the rates, but he's available.
Yeah, all the rules, you know, on the tunnel that are most of the time not respected. You know, the offside that they don't think about. You know, I mean, if I had to whistle every single thing, I would whistle every single line out.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
So
let some slip, of course.
That's something I could definitely do, help them with.
Okay, good to know. Hey Fabrice, nice talking to you. Nice seeing you running
Charlie.
again.
Absolutely.
I'm looking forward to see you.
Absolutely again on the pitch.
You're gonna be on Ruggerfest?
I will not.
Oh, you will not? I thought I had seen your name.
No,
there. Okay.
I will not. I'm not fit enough yet to.
Hey, they are much worse than you.
Oh, I know. I've seen it. I won't give names, but I've seen it.
And it's not Ross Davenport for sure. Okay.
Absolutely.
Hey, thank you, man. I'll see you around.
All right. Take care. Thank you. Oh, okay. I have to check your channel because.
It's actually, now you're gonna check it because
you bet.
All the stupid things you're gonna say right now.
Yeah, absolutely.
We're both in the frame, right? Because I can see shit. We are, right?
Yeah.
Fabrice Calmettes.
That's correct.
No?
Hey, Jose. No, that's okay. Thank you. Jose wanted to know if did you want a choripan?
Actually, that would be nice. Okay. Something to drink, please, also. Thank you. They treat me pretty well here.
You bet.